So we're now recording. And first of all, thank you all for being on the call. It was not the easiest thing in the world to get 9 people scheduled at the same time. So I'm thrilled that we have 7 of us here. I'd like to start with a check-in. And I'd like to ask you to check in with the usual name, animal name, where and when you did the weekend, and then to answer, and how you're feeling, and then to answer a question. So let's do 2 check-in rounds. Let's start with name, animal name, where and when you did the weekend and how you're feeling, and then we'll do a second round with the question. So Augustine, how about if you start us off?
Augustine Gurule, Wise Owl. I was initiated in Camp Krim in March of 2002, and I'm feeling joy and excitement and connection that I'm in.
Oh. Vince?
Hey everybody, Vince here, Vince Mansell, Authentic River Toad, and I initiated June.
What happened to the exclamation mark?
Thank you. I usually say Authentic River Toad. So there you go. Absolutely. And I initiated June 2006 Camp Royane. I'm feeling fantastic.
Great.
Oh.
Alan,
Lucky Dog, initiated Camp Augusta 2008, April. And I'm frustrated with my computer skills, and I'm having other trouble. So my mind is I'm distracted with that. I'm in.
Kelly
Dowdy, Dragonheart. I was initiated at Camp Krem in 2012. And for this, I'm excited and curious and hope I can live up to this group that I'm with. I really feel honored to be with you guys. And then in this day-to-day life, I've got some work going on around the house that's taken me every night this week, which is only Tuesday. But I'm going back to that afterwards, and I'm just feeling a little bit strung out on my time. That I'm in.
Kevin
Benner, Loving Lion, initiated Camp Augusta, April 2011. I'm feeling peaceful and honored and so excited to be with you men. I was with Ed when he led us in September, and we had a great elder team. So I'm in.
Brian
Zanzi, Fire Raven. I was initiated at Camp Augusta in September of 2004. And the ritual elder on that weekend was Augustine Gurule. So this is a real exciting prospect for me this weekend, and feeling excitement, which for me is a combination of joy and connection. I love this team, and fear. And the fear is just the fear of the unknown. It's the kind of fear, the best kind of fear I know, the kind of fear that I'm looking to step into. I'm in.
Ed, Compassionate Bear. I am feeling, getting over being ill, but I'm feeling great today. Got a full day's work in for the first time since, I guess, Friday. Had a great webinar in the Global Women's Leadership Conference, which we led and came out very, very well. And I'm just in touch with how much, if I won the lottery, I would simply do MKP full time. If I didn't have to work, I would just do this, because this isn't work. This is my life, and I'm in with that. Brian, before we do the second round, check-in round, would you give us a blessing?
Yeah. So, man, get grounded. Get your feet on the ground. I like to open my hands up to the sky And just take a deep breath with me, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And another. And in this grounding, let the energy of Mother Earth flow up from your feet, through your legs, up through your balls and into your heart. And let the energy of Father Sky flow down through your crown chakra, through the top of your head, through the palms of your hands, and into your heart, and bring them all together in that heart. And with that energy grounded, let that flow out through the rest of your body, to your brothers here, to all the sentient beings in the world and the universe. And with that, let's bless this work that we do here tonight. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
thank you, Brian. So I'd like to do a second check-in round and to address a question. And the question is, where in this weekend is your commitment to honesty liable to be challenged? I'll say it again. Where in this weekend is your commitment to honesty, to being honest, liable to be challenged? And I'll model it. Ed, Compassionate Bear, for me it will be when and if I get so caught up in the doing that I stop being present. And instead of being honest about that and talking to someone else on the team and getting myself grounded, I will pretend to be present. And I'm in with that.
Oh.
Great. We'll go in reverse order this time. Except for Brian. I'll give Brian the privilege of going last. Kelly?
Wow, I don't know. It could show up in a lot of ways. I've spent a lot of time with that piece that was shared with the whole staff container, and I think it's really easy to lose your place in being present with yourself as soon as you start letting projections and things come out.
Hey, Kelly?
Yeah.
Aye.
Thank you. So I would say that for me, the forecasting of what's coming and the projection of what somebody's thinking and that kind of thing is where I'll face the honesty challenge.
In? Is that it, Kelly?
Kelly?
Who are you saying?
Yes.
You're in with that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I hope.
Kevin?
Okay, Kevin, Loving Lion. Tough question. As weekend administrator, I get caught up. I'll get caught up on making sure that all my duties are covered and not being present for the men that are coming to the mountain. So I need to be honest with myself and be fully present. With that, I'm in.
Oh. Alan?
When I get lost, I might have trouble admitting that I don't know what I'm supposed to do or where I'm supposed to be, or wanting to look good and might not want to admit that I need help. I'm in.
Oh. Vince?
Vince, Authentic River Toad here. Toad. I'm thinking that my honesty will be challenged potentially if I am in a position where I have delegated something and I'm counting on a man to deliver something or finish a task. And potentially, I'm not projecting on the man, but potentially if I need to give some strong, honest feedback, if that person has not delivered, then I may not be as honest as I should be. I'm in with that.
Oh,
Oh,
Augustine.
Agustin Weisau. I'll be challenged when Brian doesn't do what I think should be done. This is in 10 years, it's the first time I'm staffing that I'm not ritual elder, and it's always on the weekend, especially for the ritual elder, is to be ready, always ready to surrender, let things happen and not make them happen. And this time it's the bottom line. I have nothing to do with it. Brian is in charge. That's when I would be challenged. I'm in.
Oh. Paul Gaffney asked me for the check-in question. This is his response. For me, my commitment to honesty is most likely to be challenged as it relates to my personal needs or wants. My shadow encourages me to go with the flow rather than ask questions or invite clarification. I'm more prone to be dishonest by omission, keeping clarifying questions or charges to myself rather than bringing them into the open. Behind this is a fear of looking stupid, my concerns or questions being dismissed as unimportant, and on a deeper level, being seen myself as stupid or unimportant. He goes on to say, to share a bit more around this, it was so humbling and unexpected that I was assigned to be on the elder team that I immediately thought to myself, there must be some mistake. I'm too young to be an elder. I don't know what I have to offer this group of men who are so much more powerful and committed than I am. Instead of speaking this truth to the group straight away, I sat on it, stuffed it, and just hoped for it to diminish. Prompts like this question helped me to feel free and able and invited to share my truth and to be honest about where my heart is and where my shadow is getting in the way. Thank you for the opportunity. I look forward to meeting you men at Augusta. Paul, so you know, is doing a service, healing service and dinner for the homeless men he ministers to.
Oh.
Brian?
So, Paul's answer resonates with me. There are two places that come up for me right now where my honesty will be challenged. The first one is I have a desire. I know there's a fear. My little boy is afraid of being spanked for doing the wrong thing, for speaking up when it's not his turn. So I have this fear and desire to please, especially the other members of the leader team. And my honesty is going to be, it's going to challenge my honesty to speak my truth when it comes up for me to do that. And associated with that is I think I feel my honesty will be challenged when I feel and sense shadow, especially in the leader team, and I'm called upon, my heart calls on me to speak that this is shadow, and that's a real challenge for me. So in those two places, that desire to please, the fear of punishment, and the duty to identify shadow when I see it dancing around outside of myself. I'm used to dancing with my own shadows and calling other men on their shadows. There, my honesty will be challenged. I'm in with that.
Oh. So, first of all, I want to know, want to give any man an opportunity. If you have any questions, concerns, anything that is kind of keeping you up at night or is liable to keep you up at night about your role as an elder in this weekend. We're 2 weeks away now from the weekend. Anybody have anything you want to just give to the group so we can take it away from you?
This is Kelly. Yeah, this is my second staffing. So I've done rookie staffing, and now I'm on the elder team. And wow, it feels like a real leap. But I'm really delighted too, because I love this space, this part of the work, and so I'm looking forward to learning and stepping up and stepping into that space. Also, when I looked at the roles on the weekend that I've been assigned to, I was also assigned to the LKS team. And I'm anticipating some overlaps in needs between these two roles. And I'm wondering how that gets handled.
I don't think there will be any overlaps, Kelly. I'd be very surprised if there were. It's not unusual for LKS men to also be elders. I would say give your priority to the LKS team. And, if you see any conflict, just let me know.
Okay.
I'd like to speak to that briefly also, Ed, because I've been in your position, Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And so one thing that I did notice is that the P&R team will be setting up the lodge at the same time we're having our elder meeting. And I've been in that position before. So first thing, you're doing it. Make it, discuss it, make us aware of it when you see that something's coming up. And we'll arrange to fill you in on anything that you miss. You'll want to be there with the P&R team to set up, to do their check-in. They'll have a meeting. As long as we're apprised and we're not sitting around waiting and saying, where's Kelly? We'll know. If you tell us, I'm with the P&R team right now because I have that duty. And you will be an elder presence on the P&R team for us. So those are the two things. Make everyone aware of it so that we're not looking around for you. We'll know where you are. And the other thing is also make the P&R team aware when something comes up, and work with the P&R team as well, because we'll be dancing together the whole weekend.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, it sounds great. Thanks for that. It's very pragmatic advice.
This is Augustine. Kelly, another time that there's a potential conflict and it's the same situation, make sure that Ed knows where you're at, is the conflict on Sunday morning. Normally on Sunday morning, you are going to be preparing for LKS, and we will be in the morning circle. Make sure that you don't get assigned to call in one of the directions or something like that. Is something that I invariably, in my mind, it's the water pourer should be calling the below, and he never shows up, so I have to do it.
Sometimes they do. I've had the water pourer call in the below before.
Right.
I always hope for that.
Yeah, I have it in the grid that way, but we'll see how it works out.
Okay.
Anything else?
I'll be talking to Terry soon, and I'm going to discuss these things with him directly.
Great.
Yeah, that sounds good. I appreciate it. And I also just want to put out there that I'm also super stoked to be on the LKS team, because my heart's in that as well.
Great. Good. Any other questions, concerns?
This is Alan.
Yes, Alan.
This is Alan.
We hear you.
This is my 12th staffing, and we've never had an elder meeting before, to my knowledge. So I'm wondering, is there a specific purpose to this call, or is it just to build the container some more?
That is a specific purpose.
It's just Ed finally, somebody comes up with the right idea that this is something that should be done. This is my 43rd staffing, and I've usually been in charge of the elder team, and I never thought of being able to do this. I'm glad that you're doing this, Ed.
Well, I'll give credit where credit's due. It was Brian's call, and I'm glad he did. But Alan, that is the purpose: is to build the container, rather than get there in the frenzy of Thursday afternoon to have seen each other, talked to each other, been in relationship ahead of time, and hit the floor running on Thursday afternoon.
Okay. One more question. How long do you anticipate this call to last?
Probably not too much longer unless there's a lot more questions. And if you need to get off, say so.
Hey, Alan, this is Vince. I'm not leaving till you're leaving.
All right. Well, I'm here for the duration. I just wanted to get an idea.
No, I don't think it's going to be too much longer. But anybody else, any other concerns? Anything for you, Kevin?
No, actually, I saw how everything falls into place so naturally. So I'm going with the flow.
Yeah, and I will say that I love that you said that, Kevin, because for me the dance is to have everything. Eisenhower said, "No plan is worth a damn, but planning is essential." I want to have things so well planned that they fall into place naturally.
Nice.
So, unless there's anything else, Brian, anything for you? Anything you want to say beyond the blessing? Anything you want to say contextually to this group?
Yeah, I want to speak to what kind of container I want the elder team to be. And so what I really want, it's embodied by a poem that Augustine shared with me that I think it speaks to the energy that I want all of us as members of the elder team to bring to this weekend. It's his grandfather blessing poem, and it goes something like this. See me, grandfather, really see me. See my power and my joy, my fear and my shame, and let me know that they are welcome here. Then I will know I am good enough, and the little boy in me will know it is safe to come out and play, and the man in me will have the courage to live. And as elders, we bring that blessing energy for every staff man and every new man on the weekend. We want to be the man who really sees them and lets them know that they are seen. That's the energy I want to bring, is that blessing energy. And we bring that with the elder warrior edge. It's not a soft and fuzzy, it's a warrior seeing, and that's what men need when they come to be initiated. So that's the piece that I want to share, and that's the kind of container that I want us to build and to have there, and support the entire container with that elder energy.
Oh. Augustine, with your permission, I will send that to the team, to this team, that poem. I have a copy of it. Is that all right?
That's fine.
I like that.
If I one slight change that I make when I'm doing this for the weekend is my sense is that this is not the time for the little boy to come out and play. So what I usually change that to, that the boy feels safe to be standing and to be a witness of what's going on.
Great.
Because that's basically what we do with
Who just joined the call?
Weekend. We can't have the little boy coming out and interfering.
Right.
But we tell him it's okay, just sit back there and watch and learn. Okay.
He needs to know it's
safe. However you want, but just bring that idea in that the little boy will be there. That'll be fun.
Somebody just joined, but then they dropped off. So
interesting. Something that I always feel about my poetry, if you quote it, is that I was not the author of the poem. The poem came to me. And if you have to tweak it, tweak it. I mean, there's nothing sacred about the way I wrote it to begin with.
I'm going to tell you all an Augustine Gourlay story. About a month ago.
Now we're really being elders.
All right. Yeah.
About a month ago, at Augustine's kind invitation, I went and I facilitated a men's conference at Rossmore in Walnut Creek, and Augustine, of course, was there, and about 100 men or so. And toward the end, I thought to myself, I want to call on Augustine and ask him to do the grandfather poem, but I didn't know, given he's part of that community, I didn't want to put him on the spot. And as we were closing, he stands up and says, "There's a poem I'd like to leave you with." I told him that I was planning that I was thinking of asking him. He says, "I didn't know I was going to do it till it came through me." So he's not kidding about that.
That's awesome.
Mental telepathy.
That's right. Okay, well, let's check out, man, and let's check out with a personal intention for your own development, a personal intention for the weekend. It can be in the area of honesty or any other area.
I'll model that.
Okay, thanks.
So, Brian Zanzi, Fire Raven, I am checking out with a sense of joy and connection and gratitude for all of you men joining in this effort and making the call. And the intention that I have connects back to my answer to the challenge question. And I have an intention to watch for shadow and speak my truth on it this weekend.
Oh,
I'm
Oh,
And I'm out.
in and out. Absolutely. Vince Mansell, Authentic River Toad, with an exclamation point. I'm feeling a lot of joy. I'm looking at myself as I speak, and I can't believe I'm speaking. And I'm really honored to be asked to be on this team by Brian and Ed. Thank you for offering the opportunity to step up into my eldership, actually earn these stripes right here. And I'm knowing that this is my third staffing, and I'm feeling like this is the opening for not only the closing of 2015, but the opening of 2016, where I plan to do more staffing. So, and now I have the opportunity to be an elder, to be a staff person, to do all these things and to take it all in. So I'm really feeling a lot of joy and stepping into a lot of different types of roles. I will be the data coordinator for the weekend. I'm running that team. And I'm looking to build that team as a team of leaders and really have those men step in. And Kevin's also on that team also as a weekend at men. So make that team a great team and support everyone. So with all that, I'm just looking forward to a really positive and joyous weekend and really supporting the men as well as you men, as well as the container. I'm in and out with that. Thank you.
Oh. Augustine.
I'm checking out with recognizing that for the weekend, how crucial it is to let things happen instead of making them happen. And my intention is to be spontaneous, to prepare myself as much as possible in the next 2 weeks, to do my regular monthly meditation. How do you like that? My daily meditation. And to be, as Ed said, be well prepared, even though no plans really work. Whatever Eisenhower said makes real sense. To be completely prepared and then to let go and act spontaneously, trusting that there are no coincidences. What's happening is happening. I'm glad to hear the voices that are here because there are no coincidences. The 8 of us, I guess it is, are here because we're intended to be here. We are what this container needs. We are the elder body.
Oh. Alan.
Alan Lucky Dog, checking out with gratitude. I also have a request, if somebody's really computer savvy with PC, that I could have a conversation with after this is over. And then I have one more question about all the things I signed up for, or you may have assigned to me. Is there a schedule that will let me know those things?
Yes.
And you'll give them out to us when we get there, or email them to us first?
One or the other.
Okay, great. Is there someone willing to help me for 5 or 10 minutes after this phone call?
Yeah, give me a call.
Okay.
That's Ed.
He knows.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Checking
you.
out with that.
Oh,
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 Kelly.
Kelly Dragonheart, checking out. Excited. I love that we did this call. I feel like the container has started, and I feel like I've got room for I guess we only have one man who didn't show up. Yes, and
Two.
two. So that makes 9 altogether.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, so I'm starting to check out with that energy, but I want to address the question, which was how are you going to work on
What's your intention?
the intention? And my intention is to continue to work with the honesty piece. I really love that you asked that question. I've been that piece that was shared in the beginning I've been touching it nearly daily, and it just has so many different facets. So I'm looking forward to seeing my projections. I'm looking forward to hearing from this team and other men when they see shadow rising in me as well. I'm checking out with that.
Oh, Kevin.
oh. Kevin, Loving Lion. So this is my third staffing, and I did two MOS. And Augustine was on many of the weekends I've been on, and I just watch him in awe with his ability to be present and inspire people. And I've also witnessed Brian do his thing in his silent way. And I just hope that I could be as perfect as they are in my eyes, because it's just such a great energy that they can create, that you guys create. And Alan and Ed, I've witnessed you guys too, and you're just amazing. So we do have a great team, and I'm looking forward to being present. With that, I'm in.
Oh,
It's real easy. All you have to do is stay out of the way.
Can I show some appreciation for Ed? Ed, I want to just let you know, man, that you made this look easy, and you modeled for me a man of organizational leadership as well as energetic leadership. And I've been following you on LinkedIn, hint hint, and it's really cool to see what you're doing. But in terms of what you put together, in terms of the action sheet and having everybody fill it in and coming to the Zoom conference, perfect, awesome. You're doing the right thing, man. Keep it going.
thank you, Vince.
You got it.
Checking out Ed Compassionate Bear. Before I get to the intention, I want to just tag on to what Vince said. Remember, if you haven't already filled out the grid on Google Docs, it's not that you won't get jobs if you don't fill it out. We'll sign you, but if you want a choice, fill it out by the beginning of next week. I am checking out happy, satisfied, deeply honored and blessed by all you men, especially what you had to say, Vince.
Mm-hmm.
And my intention for the weekend, and it comes very much off something Kevin said, there's an old Jewish story that a rabbi was dying and his disciples asked him if he was worried that when he got to heaven, is God going to ask you why you weren't more like Moses? And he said, no, I'm worried that when I get to heaven, God's going to ask me why I wasn't more like myself. So my intention for the weekend is to be more like myself. Thank you, man.
Thank
With
you.
that,
Ed, this is Augustine. Would you do me a favor and send me that dot thing that I was supposed to do if you send it to my Augustine email?
I'll do my best.
Because I got it in the family mail and I can't open it on that
I
one.
thought I did. I will send it to you, Augustine. If not, I'll call you and go over it with you.
Okay, thanks.
And Augustine, on the grid, I invite you to consider doing the blessing for Friday morning. I'll be doing the one Thursday night. Would you consider doing Friday morning?
Okay.
Thank you.
All
Hey,
right,
guys, I just took a picture, so we'll have this forever.
one last thing.
I know you can have recording.
Go
All right.
Mets.
Thank you, man.
Go Mets.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Good to see you.
Bye bye.
Bye.